Hello everyone, this is Running on Empty Food Review. Boy, Burger King is closing off the year with not just a bang, but an absolute utter explosion of heat and mac and Cheeto-y goodness. Yeah, they released everyone's favorite mac and Cheetos again, and this time they said, well, people are going to be rioting at the fact that they're mac and Cheetos alone. But how do we increase the carnage exponentially? Well, add some spice to the mac and Cheetos. People love them mac and Cheetos. People like spicy stuff. So combined it, and there you go. Thus, the Flamin Hot Mac and Cheetos were born, ladies and gentlemen. That was a very brief and concise history of the Flamin' Hot Mac and Cheetos. Yeah, they're your mac and Cheetos from Burger King, as you can see there. There's me with them. They're your standard mac and Cheetos, where it's the fried Cheetos husk. It's the gargantuan, colossal shell covered in the cheesy Cheetos dust. And inside is your gooey mac and cheese, just like Grandmama used to make. But this time, instead of just utter, absolute, and total cheesiness, they're kicking it up a notch. Because on the outside now, along with the Cheetos dust, they have, like maybe it's another Cheetos type brand product, where they have like this Flamin' Hot dust, which is supposed to just add some spice to the equation. Thus, they have its famous red packaging there to promote the flammability thereof. Flamin' Hot. They go through the courtesy. They said, warning, contents may be hot. And it's lit. It's lit. I don't know what that really means. I don't know if they were talking about like lit, like these matches here. Or I know there was a band in the late 90s. They were pretty good, called Lit. They had a couple good songs. I don't know what they mean, if that's like a reference to that, or maybe it's trying to say that it's kind of like it's lit. Like, when you light a match or light a candle, that it's on fire. Maybe that's kind of trying to emphasize that because of the heat, your mouth and entrails might be on fire too. All right, forget it. Let's just open this up. This is what everyone wants to see. So this is what they look like. This is a Flamin' Hot Mac and Cheeto right there. I don't know if it was so hot that it actually kind of burnt a little bit through the Cheetos husk, if it did that intentionally. I don't know if that is diseased or what. I don't feel kind of safe eating that, so we'll just switch it out to a better one. Here we go. You can see it's red in color. It's going to focus on it soon. Just give it a second. Give it a second. It will. It will, I promise you. Maybe it won't. Well, anyway, it's red in color, as you could obviously see. And, well, there it is. It's red. That's the red spicy Cheetos dust that's on it. And that's where apparently the heat lies. Alright, well, I'm just going to try it, and I'll let you know what it tastes like. So we know it's supposed to be very cheesy with a little bit of spiciness included, and we'll go from there. So, the Flamin' Hot Mac and Cheetos from Burger King going in. Well, you could see what's in there. Other one. And one more bite. You know, I know I sometimes have a bone to pick with Burger King. And I have my issues with Burger King, and I have my complaints here and there about them. But one thing that is commendable on their part is the fact that they are anything but invariant when it comes to their menu, that it is always changing, always with new additions, new releases, many of them bad. But some of them, I have to say, you know what? They're actually solid, and I don't have a problem with them. And I was sitting there in the food court a couple days ago, and I was saying, after the chicken cordon bleu sandwich that they released, I said, I'm not going to review it. I'm done with that. And then later that day, they released the Flamin Hot Mac and Cheetos. Said, well, there I go. I just dug myself into a hole with that one. I actually kind of want to try those out and see how they taste, so here we are. But Burger King, I mean, they release so much stuff. Maybe I'm not a fan of most of what it is, but there's always going to be a percentage out there that I do say, you know what, it might be from Burger King, but they nailed it. They did a good job on it. And, you know, the Flaming Hot Mac and Cheetos, you have to go in there with a certain expectation. You have to say, well, I want something cheesy. I want to be immersed in the cheesiness. And I want to have a little spice in there too. And if you have that mindset, you won't be disappointed because it's going to be exactly what you wanted. And that's a good thing. You know, that's what we all want with products, to have exactly what we wanted and maybe even then some. So, in that regard, they did good. So if that's what you wanted out of this, you won't be disappointed. That's that's kind of the Cliff Notes version of this review right then and there. Now to get into it in some more detail. Well, they're cheesy. As with the rest of the Mac and Cheetos, the outer shell is crispy and crunchy, so it offers a significant crunch, whereas the inside is just really soft and chewy because of the macaroni and cheese that's in there. So it has a nice little, balance between the two, where you get a little bit of crunch, and you get a little bit of that, mushy softness blended together. It goes fine together. The Mac and Cheetos, or the mac and cheese, I should say, in the interior is cheesy. It's very cheesy, very flavorful, but it's not overwhelmingly so. Meaning it's not disgustingly cheesy. It's just cheesy enough for all of you cheese lovers out there. As for the outside, and this is what everyone's focusing on, because they're not just Mac and Cheetos. They're the Flamin' Hot Mac and Cheetos. And the spice is it's not even like a dust on the outside. It didn't get on my fingers at all. It's kind of just embedded into the shell. It's kind of baked in that regard. So you get a little bit with every bite, and it's something that gradually builds up and kind of gets in there as an aftertaste, and with every breath you exhale, kind of get a little bit of that spiciness in there. So it's noticeably spicy. It's not overwhelming, so you're not going to be dying. I recommend you have a drink, soft drink, water, anything of your choice, just to kind of wash it down and cool the metaphorical flames if needed. And, the spiciness is there, though. It's exactly what they advertised, exactly how they advertised it, so there's nothing to be disappointed about, nothing to be, nothing to criticize. It's cheesy enough, it tastes fine, it's not disgusting. That spiciness is definitely there, it's noticeable, it has a presence, it's exactly what they said, so all in all, especially for the price, which was, $2.99, it was definitely worth it, and I was not disappointed. The cheetah meat, a little bit. You can't really taste it too much, but it's there. But the flames of the, whatever they called that, the Flamin' Hot Cheeto dust kind of, you know, conceals it a little bit. You can't taste it too much. Mostly it's emphasizing the spiciness and the cheesiness, not the cheetah meat. Keep that in mind. All right, considering the price, considering the flavor, the experience, and all of that, I wasn't disappointed, so I'm actually going to give this an 8.6 out of 10. That's an 8.6 out of 10, because I'm not disappointed by it in the least, and I think they actually did a good job on this item, so if this is something that you want to get, I know it's not for everyone, but if it's something that you're interested in and want to get, it'll be as advertised, but with no unpleasant twists and turns included. Well, that's all that I have for you, ladies and gentlemen. I'm your host, the Report of the Week. Today's review was for the Flamin' Hot Mac and Cheetos from Burger King. On a final note, if you want to help support this channel and our radio broadcast, we still have a sale going on Teespring. You could find that. We have 20% discount on all items. You could find that 20% discount code in the cards above, in the description below. And it's a little holiday sale for anyone who's interested. That's all that I have for you. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you in a few days with a new video. That is all. Take care.